for pilot episode 8 of Gone, the Guides of Nothing Ever. Yours truly, ExurtBeatz. We got Blonju in the building. We got Genesis to God, and our fourth member, DJ Kaushun, is not available at the moment. Just want to start off by saying, how's everyone's day? Okay, ain't no one talking. My day was fine.
I'm here.
I'm chilling.
I had a baby shower, and yeah, so I'm a little excited about that.
Congratulations, sir. Congratulations. What is that? Is that number? You have 2 or 3? I know you have.
Okay, this is gonna be 3
kids, right?
Yeah, I got 2 daughters.
This is number 3. So 2 daughters, and this is your first boy.
Yep.
A little mini ExurtBeatz coming into the world. This is what we need. I like it, man. I like it.
Yeah, it was
chilling.
Great. It was great.
I'm out here laying low at my balcony apartment spot.
Oh man, when I heard this beat a couple days ago, I just got nothing but an Anderson .Paak vibe to it. I was in there coming up with cadences, as if I was Anderson .Paak, I was like,
put something down.
It sounds kind of funky. But I might try it. I might try something.
Yo, come up with something and I'll rhyme on it. Like, do a hook like 8 bars in that style, and fucking really put the emotion into it. I love him. He's very dope.
Yes, he is. No matter who he works with.
He's got that bluesy edge too. He's more than just an MC. Like, he has got soul. He oozes soul.
Did you see his Tiny Desk contest, or Tiny Desk entry, or whatever you want to call it?
I don't know if I've seen that, and I've seen a fair amount. Those are some great shows usually. Anybody popping into the Tiny Desk. I don't know if I've seen his. Probably. Yeah. I don't know his catalog very well, but I respect his talent tremendously. And everything I've ever heard from him was dope.
Yeah.
He's underrated, I think.
Very, very much. Very much. Very much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that beat's a classic. That's Joe McGinnis right there. Shouting out Joe.
Nice. Well,
he was on the Long Road show this past Wednesday.
Oh, was he?
Yeah, Joe came in. He was bearded old white dude.
Like, okay, that's who that was. Okay.
Yeah, he was talking technical stuff, but he's a musical genius. This is some of that stuff he was making fun of me, like not mixing his guitars properly. Like, he played all this, and I made the drums, and it's a vibe, but it's an old beat. It could be 7 years old, maybe 10.
Nice. All right.
And that's why it ain't out. But what you got? You got something for us?
Yes, I do. I'm going to skip forward to one of these 7-minute beats that I made, so that way we can kind of talk a little bit. I just extended. Oh no, I just got to the point where changing the beat every 2 minutes or 3 minutes, it's a little time consuming. I could be focused more on the conversations.
Jen, what's good, man? You there? Jen, I to God.
Yeah, I'm here. I just getting my daughter a bottle.
What are you doing? Dealing with your daughter?
Yeah, I just had to get her a bottle. She just woke up.
Is that too loud?
No,
that's perfect.
All right, cool.
I love that beat.
All right, you guys got an album coming out?
Yes, indeed.
We do.
5522. What's the name of the album? For those who don't know.
Space Rhyme Continuum.
Yes, sir. I have to say, first off, props to both of you. I heard it when you first sent it to me. I gave it a quick run through. Every song was dope. On that first run through, I was vibing to every track. As I said before, I was gonna do a a little more deeper dive into the album. And I waited till before this episode so that would be fresh. Is what they say. There's what 10 tracks on there total. Yeah, 10 tracks
There's
on there.
11. So you actually got the album before the Life song was finished. So there's actually a missing song.
Okay. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You don't have the one Blonju produced beat and the song featuring Life. So on the actual release this Thursday, there's an 11th song called The Dead Zone, and it's got Jen, Blonju, and Life on it, and that's how the record closes out.
Nice. Okay, well, I guess we'll get into the songs.
Shout out Life, starring Life.
Yeah,
right
shout out Life.
What are we on? This is what is this?
Pilot episode 8.
Episode
Yes.
8. Yeah.
Pilot episode 8.
Guides of Nothing Ever.
No one's hearing any voices this time. You know, all voices are
Geniuses operating not efficiently.
we got to do a whole.
It's like a pot. It's a good balance there.
We got to do a whole
like a
album,
huge compliment.
and we got to do a G.O.N. EP, and with each song, it'll be labeled the different acronyms.
It's G.O.N. Yeah, every song is named G.O.N., but it's a different acronym of G.O.N. That's genius.
I think we should do that.
With it.
All right.
I'm with it.
Let's start off with conscious monsters. That was a Blonju. You jumped on the hook on that one. Let's see. As I was listening to the verse, Jen's verse. Of course, I'm a Marvel fan, so like one of the first things that stood out to me was the whole come from Wakanda, the confidence continent, and then how you can, or the stuff you said before it, but the stuff you said after, like that whole thing was awesome, dope, stood out. Like the whole verse starting from the moment, you know, or I say the moment the hook came in, but after the hook, it's like I was like, okay, we heard it, we're ready, and then Jen came in with a flawless flow, flawless delivery. See, another one that stood out to me was wait till you see him, a deity pray. Wait till you see him, a deity pray to them, and I listened to that part like 2 or 3 times, and I heard wait till you see I'm a deity, pray to him also as well. So like I know there's probably more breakdowns if you can elaborate on that part. If there, or maybe I'm seeing extra stuff that's not there, but I seen 2 different ways.
I'm sure he meant it. What I'd like to hear. He might be dealing with the little one. That's I would be almost certain to think.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
he meant that entendre.
Because at first I heard, like literally, I think the actual lyrics are "Wait till you see him, a deity pray to them," and then you know, I mean, he continues on with other stuff. But listening to it over again, I heard "Wait till you see, I'm a deity, pray to him." You know, and his name's Genesis to God, so gods are also called deities, and so that's the connection I put together.
I love it.
Yeah,
like
breaking them lyrics down.
I was trying to get confirmation. Am I reaching or
Nah, you're on point.
Okay. And then another part I really liked was I wrote a Bible, then gave it to aliens. Then they deciphered it and gave it to sapiens. I was like,
damn, Exurt.
Oh, that's clean. Like, what would I say? This is probably going to be a repeated question, but what was your guys' inspiration for this song, other than what I've already, laid out?
So, Jen, this is a unique beat, and it got. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say the title really, like the answers in the title.
Yeah.
Conscious monsters. You know what I mean? And The beat was a unique beat, but go ahead, Blonju, and then I'll elaborate.
So it was kind of like taking a clubby type drill beat and turning it into, that conscious, like still MC style, like not letting the beat force us to, dumb down what we're talking about, or even stylistically in terms of what we put on the track. Like, I knew if he came the way he did, like, it was going to set me up real nice verse-wise stylistically, because I'll chop on that beat. Like, I'm not trying to get in that little, what do they want pocket when they're rapping like that drill style. Like, we're not drill rapping on a beat that is really a drill beat. So it was a great way to set off the record, kind of just smack you in the face with, like, a transcendental message, but in a simple way. Like, I feel like it's real listenable in the sense it's not too much. And Jen, of course, sets it off real nice with that, like, moderate, not too fast, not too slow, continuous style. So every bar really resonates message wise too. So just talking our shit, but doing it in a humble but confident and light manner. Like, I really produced by Den, helped with the song order, and he was mastering the whole thing. And he is like, this song's got to go first. Like, this is how the record is supposed to start. And
I can agree.
I think it sets the tone. Yeah, it sets the tone for, like, you don't really know what's coming next, and we can go anywhere from there. So we kind of did go everywhere, I feel like, on the record in a sonic sense. So
definitely.
There's my 2-minute rant on Conscious Monsters, continent by continent.
You got anything to add to that, Jen?
Make $1 million by a convent.
Yeah, man, that whole cadence. I have to agree with Den on the choice of that being the first song. I say the cadence is dope as shit, but I mean, it's also catchy. Like, I mean, it's like, even if you don't know the words, like dun 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 dun, like, it's like it has a bounce. I don't know, it has a bounce to it every time I hear it. But then again, I have a biased opinion. I love the choppity chop stuff. So
yeah, that's true.
But I mean, but from just a sound standpoint, like I said, listening to every song, that is a good opener. That is a great. It's almost like a long intro, but it's really dope. It was a great song.
The right kind of long intro. Kind of long intro you might like. Thank you, bro. You dug deep. Let's keep it moving. I guess you got something for every song. So let's
I do.
Like a, let's see. Drama.
And then I said, actually, I don't even think I wasn't done with that. But your verse, Blonju, he said, I live for eternity.
Do it. Not leaving me out.
I live for eternity. Why not? That's why we've been dying for lies and some bread. I was like, my cousin actually had me stop it. He was like, "What'd he say?" We were around the back and we heard it and everything. I was like, I live for eternity. Why not? That's why we've been dying for lies and some bread. I'm like how much truth did he just say right there? That one line.
Hey man, yeah, that's what micro
and
all
then
at the same time, zoom in, zoom out.
And then
that's why we the hungriest humble slice of pie.
I say that that light scheme you did in the whole last few bars. I don't remember bar for bar, but I do remember you mentioned a whole bunch of different types of light within your last few bars, and I liked how you placed it together on that. I wish I had the song. Actually, I do have the song, but I don't know the timestamp.
You good? We just teasing.
What's that called? I'm not gonna say too much about 72 Zedicum. As a Jen, except for I know there's Jen's on that hook. The reason I'm not gonna say too much because we heard a lot about it on the last show you were on. That was Dan's favorite song, I
Ooh.
believe.
It is. Shout out
Yeah.
Jen again. Let Jen though, if Jen's there,
I'm here.
say what 72 Zedekind means. Like I
Yeah.
think
Oh
people
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
should
Definitely.
have an account for what that means. Just we don't have to talk about the song necessarily as much as 72 Zedekind. What does that mean? And that's
Well,
TZADIKUM.
well, the Zedekim are like a mystical priest in the Kabbalistic sense, and are wise men. You know what I mean? If I'm going to simplify the concept, and 72 is a symbolic number because 72 is 7 plus 2, which is 9 numerically, and 9 is the born number, like there's 9 months in the womb. And they say that there's 72 Zedekim or wise men in the Jewish community, which really it's a universal concept. In any culture at any given time, you could potentially have Zedekim, and they don't have to necessarily be 72, because 72 is potentially a literal number, but it's also a symbolic number. And you have, for the sake of argument, it's like 36 and 36 plus 36, which 33 and 6 is also 9, 360 degrees. 36 that are hidden and 36 that are visible. So like 36 that are visible, that are out teaching, and 36 that are hidden that you don't know about, and they may or may not in either case be aware that they are Zedekim, but they're like conscious people that are like magnets for the truth, and they're professors or prophets of the wisdom of the universe. So 72 Zedekim is like saying, yo, we represent the 72, the hidden and the revealed, and we represent 2 out of that faction. We're wise men, we're mystics, we're prophets, we're messengers, just like the show, guides of nothing ever. That's what a Zedekim would be. It'd be a guide of nothing. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So 72 Zedekim.
Good, nice segue. Yeah, great segue, Jen.
What's that called? I say one of the bars that stuck out was the for one, I like the way you kept the whole, like, in a sense, the same similar cadence throughout the whole verse. But when you said was it raised the barrel, the angel that was raised by devils, I was like, yep. Like, nice.
For me, it's Star Trek Space Apparel, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm just being a kid, but like every time he says Star Trek Space Apparel while I'm bumping that song, I'm like, yeah, Star Trek Space Apparel. That's me. I'm just being goofy.
Yeah, but moving on to number 3, Rocking the Boat.
Do it up.
That's another Gen hook, right? Yes, another Gen hook.
It is.
Yeah. This one
killed the hooks on this project.
This one, I like how the tempo changes in both verses, and then both of you guys, like you guys didn't just stay on the same verse or on the same part each verse. You guys actually switched the roles in a sense on the second verse. And one rapped on the double time and the other one rapped on the regular. And I thought was creative. I thought that was dope. Let's see, what is it?
Cool.
Both of you guys killed.
Yeah, we did the 8.
You said what?
We
each did 8 bars apiece
structure for that one. Yeah.
And then who said this? Read all about it. Read all about it. That's a seed. That's a seed, plant a tree. Yeah. Read all about it. That's a seed, plant a tree. I think that was one of Blonju's lines, maybe.
Yeah.
It is. It's the beginning of the second verse, I think.
Yeah. That was dope.
Read all about it. That's a seed, plant a tree.
And then
read, call them out it.
I like the Lieutenant Dan thing at the end as well. That was Lieutenant Dan, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'm
Rocking the boat.
here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Come and get me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And number 4,
Classic.
Stranger's Heart. Both of you guys were on the hook on this one, right? I heard that.
Yep.
I heard that correctly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. We wrote that hook together in person. We went, I think, bar for bar, but we might have even twisted it up even more than that.
I say this.
Do I have this beat? Did we do something to this beat?
I think I sent it to you.
Did we?
I don't know.
But I haven't made a song out of this?
I don't think. No.
Yeah, I've heard it a few times. It's an awesome beat.
It's like, yeah.
Did I not make a song out of this beat yet?
I don't think you've sent it to me. If you have, you haven't sent it to me.
So many beats. I'm gonna make a song out of it in the next 2 days. If I have. So what is the name of this beat?
I think this is G.O.N.3.
Disclose 7? Or
It's G.O.N.3.
huh? What? No, I'm sleeping on this one, man. This one's a good one. All right, go ahead.
Sometimes it takes a while. You know, so you got to hear it one time, then you hear it again later.
Yeah, but I already asked for it once. I'm just
The Stranger's Heart. I'm not one. I don't think I sound good on high energy beats, but you guys killed it. I thought you guys sounded dope. Both of you guys came with the nonstop energy that actually matched the beat as well, and verse for verse, you guys. Verse for like I can't really say there's a better verse in that one. Like I can't really say there's a better verse in a lot of them. You guys really matched each other's style and complimented each other pretty well.
Thank you. You hear that, Jen? We're always joking about that. I'm like, we're not really outdoing each other. Like it just works right. We're setting each other up nice. Like,
Definitely.
I think it's a very high, level to compete with, but we're not competing. We're definitely blending well.
Now, what is it? Number 5.
Stranger's Heart is one of my faves, man. I love that vibe. I ride to that one in the car.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
it's one of my faves on the album.
I got a system.
Faves. Go ahead. It's a good record.
You got a system in your car?
Just bumping an old Lexus. I am not. No system. Okay. It's an old Lexus, with the Bose speakers. So it's a pretty good, just basic car stereo from the early 2000s, and I love the sound of that old car stereo.
Nice.
Anyways, yes, you can move on.
Yeah, moving on to number 5, Been Too Long, featuring Defia. Shout out to Defia. This was also pun intended. This was a fire hook. All the way through.
Jen wrote it.
Through and through. Dope.
Jen wrote
that's
that.
Right. That's right. I remember. That's right. You mentioned that on one of the other shows. Yeah. But I say the way she laid it down was beautiful. Like it had me sitting here trying to add melodies to it. Like I was listening to it. I listened to it like 3 times. I'm sitting here singing with it. I'm like, oh man, this is dope. This is dope. But what is it? Some of the lines that stood out. Go ahead.
So classic. No, it's just a classic song. Keep going. Another classic. Like I'm not trying to overhype our shit, but like you get me hyped just thinking about the album as we talk about it. Go ahead.
Some of the lines that stuck out was kept a mic by my side, mental illness, real, and I had to see both, suicidal thoughts, so we had to be close. I think that was Jen. That was your verse, right, Jen? I believe so. And then
yes.
What is it? Say that right. Kept a mic by my side. That was pretty much me, man. I although I hung out with I didn't have no actual brothers and sisters, so like my friends were my close homies. We'd always stay the night, but while they're sleeping, I'm always on the tape deck playing, rewinding the Bone Thug songs or any other rap song that I like and writing their lyrics down and stuff. And then trying to craft lyrics myself. It was a way to escape. And mental illness is real. I had to see a lot of stuff. I'm pretty sure everyone has had to see some type of stuff in their family, but I felt those lines. what's that called?
Jen murdered that. There's so much soul in that song.
Yeah. I say both of you guys actually showed a different side. I say, not to be soft or sentimental, but you guys showed a different side. It's like you guys not only can rap about, you know, dope topics or outlandish topics, for lack of better words, or, you know, just like out of the box topics, but you can also bring it back and speak some heartfelt stuff about reality.
Thank
things
you.
you've experienced.
Yeah.
So
That was very, very personal verse for me, for sure.
That's dope to see that type of range, because not a lot of people do that, or if they do, they don't post it. All you see is the other stuff. So
right.
It's dope.
I love that song. Fi kills her verse too. She doesn't just kill the hook. She kills her verse. She follows at the end.
I know, I'm not there
dope
yet.
16. It's just as heartfelt.
Yes, it is.
Sorry.
No. What is it?
I didn't realize.
I think this is
what
what
is
is
it? We're moving on. So
I still got some other lines. I got like maybe like 4 others in here. Was it we from the DNA we from the DNA where humans are mindless, but that's an economic status from a few more imposters. That
yeah.
I felt that one, and it had me rolling at the same time. It's like
nice,
that.
nice.
And then I think maybe like a few lines later, you said America, where fairy tales are rotten, or something to that nature. And and it is like that. I just recently had a similar conversation, you know, with my kids about a bunch of Disney movies, and how Disney has changed these horrific storylines into these Disney classics, or the Disney movies that we call classics and stuff. So it's I don't know if you meant it directly like that, but I mean there's that tie into it. It's like it's like fairy tales are rotten.
Certainly would have meant it in any way it could be taken, because it definitely applies across a wide array of life experience variables, and it speaks for itself. You know what it is.
Yes sir. What is it? Say flow is dope. Okay. This is for Defia's verse. What is it? I thought her flow was dope. I like how she starts off calm, and then she starts to like towards the middle of the verse, she starts to heat up, like she's starting to really feel or get into like an emotional spot, or a more emotional spot of her conversation. You know, it's like after laying down some stuff, and then I can almost imagine it's like kind of like going to a therapist for like the first time, or you actually speaking to a therapist for the first time, and you just start to open up. At first you're calm, and then all of a sudden, as you're speaking, you start to think more, and then the emotions start to hit more, and then you're still talking, but your voice is starting to change. You're starting to crack a little bit because you have way more emotion behind it. It's like I felt everything she was saying from start to finish, based on just hearing the emotion in her voice, and how she started out calm, and then eventually, gradually, gets heated up. I like I said, it ain't easy, it ain't easy, it ain't cheesy, ain't a cakewalk when you realize when every conversation you had was a face-off.
Yes, that's the best line of the verse. Great scoop. My favorite line.
She said that I had to pause it and restart the verse, and it's like, I heard that right. Let me listen to it again. Heard
Great
it.
Scoop.
Man.
This man knows what he's doing.
So yeah, shout out to Defy for that one. Shout out to, I'll shout y'all out at the end. Number 6, Insane in the Membrane, featuring D-Cure. This was a Jew hook. This was a Jew hook.
Yeah,
and I think
have fun with that.
I want to say that this is probably my favorite hook, because I marked them down out of all the hooks.
Wow, cool.
I think one of the reasons why is because I like that. It's like you guys had a Cypress like edgy sound to it, as far as like the voice goes.
Nice.
So I mean, it's like
Nice,
I
nice.
kind of got that vibe, but at the same time, it wasn't like,
Wow.
because like when I heard, like usually when I hear songs they're
I
named
love it.
after other stuff, it's like I'm expecting to hear something very similar. But this,
Right.
I
Right.
definitely got the vibe, but it was not similar. Like I mean, it was
Right.
it was
It was a
on track,
discreet
but it was a
ode.
completely different song, and it's almost
Nice.
like you guys paid homage.
I love.
It was dope.
I love. Yeah, it was a discreet ode for sure. I wanted to. I did everything I could to not name the song that, and it just settled in. Like I the 3 words or less is not copyrightable or trademarkable. So
Okay.
it settled in. Like it couldn't be called anything else, and that song definitely influenced me as a kid, just getting into rap in general. So Jen absolutely brings, I think the longest verse on the record too is on that song with 32 bars from Jen. And
Yeah.
D-Cure and I bookend it with some dope 16s. And,
That's
I think
another
the song,
thing. That's another thing that kind of bothered me about the album, because all the stuff that Jen has sent me has been more than 16. So like like when I listening to this, I'm like, oh, okay, they're probably gonna do like hella long ass verses. Okay, this is dope. And then they're actually, like
You wanted more.
like everything
I
is
like it.
everything is structured, 16 bars, has a nice format. I mean, not to say it, like nothing was bad, everything was great.
Wow.
But it's just I was
love it,
because of
ExurtBeatz.
who
love
I
it.
know Jen
Alright.
is, I was like, okay, I feel shorted, but what he said was dope. Like
Oh, wow.
there's a lot of
Jen, you hear that?
there's a lot of replay value, so I don't feel heartbroken.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's like there's a lot of replay value, and like he said in a couple shows, there's a lot to intake, and like there's and if you are dissecting, you like to listen to bars and stuff like that, then yeah, there's so much. There's so much.
Why I didn't push the issue with doing that, ExurtBeatz. Like I felt like, yeah, we could have done that, but it was. I personally wanted to have something as decipherable as possible, and something you could listen to the whole 40 minutes and not feel like, oh my God, I'm exhausted. Like, I felt like you can sit down and listen to this and be inspired. You can play it back if you want. It plays well back to back from 11 to 1.
My cousin's exact words when the last song ended, he was like, "That's it?" I was like, "Yeah, man, that was track number 10. I told you it's only 10 tracks." He was like,
Right.
And I'm not lying when I say, like, I think he probably got annoyed because I kept stopping it and replaying lines, and so I could hear stuff. And I'm like, did you hear this? Like, did you hear the breakdown? Did you hear the scratches?
Nice.
Did you hear this? He's like, yeah, man, everything.
Beautiful.
He agreed with me every time. But it's like, so we listened to it in a sense.
Frankie Diesel, by the way. Shout out DJ Frankie Diesel on the scratches, because we haven't even mentioned those, and he's
nice
anchoring kind of the flow of the record with his scratches.
I do have a tie off at the end, to kind of summarize everything. So during that time, I would say we can, because I do want to mention something about
shout him out again
about all the songs collectively as well. But yeah, Insane and Membrane, dope hook. What I liked about it is, like, it started out, like your normal voice, and then you came in with the my mind, and then you just continue. Right. You continue that with the other words. I'm like,
nice.
It kind of threw me for a loop a little bit, but I was like, that's why I said it gave the vibe. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, this is nice.
Thank you, ExurtBeatz. Thank you, bro. That means a lot. I definitely.
Go ahead.
Well, that's an anabolic beat.
Okay.
There's a song actually with D-Cure, Bison, a couple of other of our homeboys, the Tall Boys, Chubb Hill, and Angel. They used that same beat, dropped a song a couple months ago, and it's really good. Similar topic. The beat was named something like Insane. Their song ended up being about Insane, and it just kind of invokes that vibe. And I even threw a little bit of Brad Pitt in the Insane Asylum and 12 Monkeys in at the outro on that joint, just
that's what that was.
Accentuate that aspect. It's actually, his character's name is Jeffrey. He's in a mental institution where the trips back into the mid 90s, right before the virus hits 12 Monkeys. But I don't know, man. I was very, very inspired by the fact we didn't want to pull this. I was inspired by the song that released a few months ago. That's why I'm shouting it out now. I think it's kind of like, it's not a remix, but it's another version of the song that kind of is a continuation of what they did, and we enjoyed making it. And D-Cure was super sweet and efficient with his timing on the verse, and it was an honor to get him on the track too.
Yes. The
I don't
song...
know what started that rant, but go ahead.
I say it was definitely a head knocker. The beat was fire. Like everything as a whole, it was a great, well-rounded song. I love the gritty delivery of it. What is it? Like both. It's like both of you guys. It's like you sounded like you guys were dancing with the beat. It was crazy. It's like, yeah, and like I said, the part that drew me in was the never had it, but I'm sure we could lose it. My mind. Like,
nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. And then I say,
the
what
rant
is it?
that I just went on was inspired by the hook.
Okay. And then I say on Jen's verse, Jen started out dope as usual, but then I think it was at the timestamp at was a minute and 53 seconds. He just starts spazzing. He's like the flow is, it's like I'm sitting here thinking like, man, I rap fast, but I breathe still. Like there's I write the cadence so that way I could breathe.
Then he's like, you don't want to see me when he's like almost Tupac thing, and then just goes crazy for like 30 more bars.
And then I like how you added the my mind ad lib or the ad lib, the my mind in the background of his verse. It like
during his verse,
it synced in perfectly. It was nice. And then to kind of finish it up on this one, D-Cure's verse. I be real when I stop to smell the cypress on these hills. And I don't remember the other couple lines after it, but like just that whole beginning into it. And then there was something else he said. There was something like about what he does on the mic, but when you go in, it's like you're you on the mic on purpose or some shit like that. He had me rolling. I literally played that like 3 or 4 times to try and catch exactly what he said, and I was like he clowning on this one. He's like, I sound like,
cannot fuck with him, man.
I sound like this, but you sound like you on purpose. Like,
yeah, he was talking some mad shit in a really, discreet way, basically. Like, you got to catch it and realize, I might not be as good as I think. And he is a well-polished MC with super raw ability at the same time.
Yeah.
And he can sing like a motherfucker, too.
Can he?
Like, he's not even rapping. Yeah, he's not even rapping a verse on the song I mentioned. He's just singing the hook, which is why we hit him up for a verse on this one. We're like, hey,
nice.
You want to come up here and get a verse on this one, G?
Nice.
It's an honor to have him, man. It really came out well. We look forward to it dropping. 5522.
5522.
Pilot episode 8. Yeah, episode 8. Huh?
Guides of Nothing Ever.
On the standing up. Mm-hmm. All right, where are we at? What was that song?
I say
6? That was song 6.
So it looks like we got 2 viewers. Where are they at? One on Twitch, one on YouTube. Shout out to you guys, whoever you might be. We are the Guides of Nothing Ever. I'm ExurtBeatz. That's Blonju. That is Jen. And that's supposed to be DJ Kaushun, but he's leave of absence for the moment. So right now we're breaking down the Space Rhyme Continuum album from Blonju and Genesis to God, about to drop on 5522. Let's see, where were we? Number 7, track 7, God's Illa. Not Godzilla, God's Illa. That was another Gen hook, correct? I believe, yeah. This one
rip his tail off.
Yeah. Say this one right here. Like I said earlier in the show, I'm biased. I love the choppity chop flow. You guys did your thing on this one. But there was one of the lines said, "I've been working hard." What do you say? I've been working hard in the Matrix or working hard on the Matrix. chopping the stars up back into the
On.
basics. On, okay, yeah. I've been working hard on the matrix, chopping the stars up back into the basics. I was like, that was clean. That was clean.
Yeah. Micro, macro, king.
What's that called?
Bison said this was his favorite song. Shout out Bison. Bison was on the Hebrew show last night.
Yeah.
Played this song live on the Hebrew show and said it was his favorite. That was dope to hear. I wasn't expecting that. So I love this song too. I think Jen, no one can compete with Jen on this song. I did my best to set it off, you know.
Was it
Jen's verse is incredible. The hook is so catchy. Go ahead.
Yes.
I'm just getting
No. You're good.
because I like this record.
You're good. I say what is it? Jew and the God are the two favorites. That setup before you said that.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Both your guys' delivery, your ad libs, the scratches, and the cadences were incredible on this track. Definitely a great track. I can see why easily could be a favorite. Easily could be a favorite. All these ones, honestly.
All right. I got you.
What is it? Moving on to number 8, ABC, featuring Jubilation. That's another Jen hook. See, I say this one was a little upset. As I was like I said with Jen, I was expecting like longer verses, but I was still giving the replay value. With this one, I was expecting a Jubilee verse. I was expecting a verse of hers.
Well,
however,
the
vocals she did on it set the tone of the damn song. Like it would be a different beat and a different song if her vocals weren't there. If first, so it's like that was like minimal upset, but you know, I have to tell everything, you know.
I think I spoiled you with the Ain Supi the Oracle verses.
Yeah, seriously.
Right. You've been listening to that new Jen stuff. Jen's getting in his bag even more there. So this was, you know, we weren't purposely holding back. I promise. If we had done that, I think it would have been great from, you know, an annals of what we could do standpoint. But I still think, for consumption's sake of a listener and a soul transmission, I love your sentiments. Your critiques are, I wanted a little bit more, I wanted this, and I love that's kind of what we were going for. You know what I'm saying? We're setting up. It's not like this is the only album we'll ever do. This is kind of a portal that we're opening.
Definitely.
We've both done some great records in the past. We have a lot of experience, and I think this will be a great springboard to, you know, a lot of projects that we have coming out later in the year in various forms. So this just the beginning. You can get back to the ABCs. I love that song.
Yeah.
I don't mean to be over loving this record, but all these songs are good.
Like, what is it? I think I said most of it. You know, Jubilee's vocals added so much to the beat and the track as a whole. Like, and then not to mention, like both of your guys' flows match the beat perfectly as well. What is it? I think I must have been high, or I was really high to describe what I said. But I said it was like watching 3 stars collide and watching the universe being created. It's like like hearing you, Jubilation, and Jen. It was like watching 3 stars collide and just seeing what you know, like a whole nother universe created. Like literally is a song that you should replay over and over. Definitely I don't know if you know who out there's a smoker, but if you smoke, this is definitely a good smoking song as well. And I don't even think you guys mentioned anything about smoking in it either.
I was gonna say it's clean in the sense that there are 6 or 7 songs out of the 11 have no cursing, and that is one of them. So this music is even for the kids in a sense, you know, on a soul enlightenment level. But you know, we tried to make it receivable in that way too. So there's some it's got the explicit tag on it because we do drop a few curse words on a few songs, but those are still few and far between. There's a couple songs that only have like one curse word, and that's the only reason it's not in the clean category too. So
Yeah, I think
very limited use of profanity on this record.
I think the only reason why the Square Roots album is explicit is because Jerome says bullshit. He says until I resurface or
And
something like that. Until my resurface
right.
and my until my bullshit, or resurface and something my bullshit until it makes manure. And I was like, I don't really see how that. I don't see how that's I don't see how that's explicit, but it is what it is.
Right, I remember Pearl Jam got away with it like 20 years ago, or I guess not 20, sorry, that's 30 years ago. I forget, we're old, or I am. But Pearl Jam said the F word on a record and didn't have the parental advisory on it in like 91 or 93, or I don't know when it was, but there was a huge stink about that because, you know, that's, I guess, white privilege or whatever.
All right,
or whatever. That is white privilege.
Did you pay attention to how ABC is referring to Sirius ABC?
I know
star constellations.
I didn't know. I'm glad you mentioned it. I didn't know. I knew that you were connecting something, but I was unaware of it. I did not have that knowledge.
Yes, Sirius.
Oh,
Sirius,
wow.
A, B, and C.
I do know about Sirius, but I just didn't know the connection between the ABC and so on and so forth. But go ahead.
Oh, well.
Please continue.
Well, I was just saying, like the ABC, it's like the ABC song, like you're learning your ABCs, but our ABCs are cosmic because Sirius A, Sirius B, and Sirius C.
Got it.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So it was like a play, like, okay, these are the ABCs of the universe, of the galaxy, you know what I mean? Like for our solar system, like, because it's space rhyme continuum.
Mm-hmm.
So ABC, Sirius A, and then are you like serious? I'm like, it's time to get serious. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So, you know.
Definitely.
It's so the whole hook is entendre, basically. You know, I love that you didn't take the metaphor too deep, ExurtBeatz, on your first couple listens. Like that's even cooler, I think, in terms of the way the song can be received and how deep it actually is. That's a great sign. I was
definitely drawn into it. I mean, it's definitely the type of vibe the music I listen to. You know, out of a lot of the songs, that is one that I can, you know what I mean. Just I'll have that on while I'm washing dishes or doing the puzzle or outside smoking. You know, I mean. If I drove still, it'd definitely be one that I'd have on repeat. Well, especially driving at night. I used to love listening to music just driving on the freeway at night.
It's funny how you explained it as three stars colliding, and I was referring to once again Sirius A, Sirius B, and Sirius C.
Oh snap! Okay.
Whoa.
That is crazy. That is crazy. I was, and I honestly was referring to you, like y'all three individuals, like, you know, colliding. You know, you guys are stars, but at the same time, there was the entendre of actually, you know, like the so-called, you know, if you believe in, you know, I wanted to say atoms, but at the same time, basically I was trying to say big, in a sense, like the Big Bang. You know, it's like you guys are creating something. That could possibly be something more. With just that one song, the vibe alone for me makes me want to hear more of the three of you.
Yeah,
like you guys do complement each other.
And then I even said on the hook, I said I rule with 8 kings. Call that power chess.
Yeah. Like I said, a lot of replay value, man. To get everything, you're gonna have to actually listen to each song 4 to 5 times. I mean, depending on how fast you pick shit up. But definitely, and every song is worth the listen. It really is not a waste of time. Like I don't feel, you know, sometimes you hear a song too many times, you're like, I can skip it. I want to see what's next. You know. I didn't get that with any of these songs. It was every song was like yes, I want to replay this again. I want to hear this again. Like I said, it got to the point where I kind of apologized to my cousin for stopping it and playing it and going back and forth, because I didn't know how he had no control over anything. He was just on the other end smoking and listening, so I can only imagine what it sounded like for him. But yeah.
So shout out Infinite Beatz on that beat too. Infinite Beatz that's his only beat. Jensen made the intro and Rockin' the Boat as well. So Jensen has a couple on there. Den's got a lot, 6 of the 11. Anabolic Beats had number 6. Den was Godzilla number 7. You're on 8, ABC's Infinite Beatz, and then I think we got 2 more Den beats on your list right now.
Okay, and number 9, Glow Glow. That was a Jew hook. That I say that one was starred as well. So I'm assuming that was another one of my favorite.
That's one of my favorite songs on the album, and one of my favorite hooks.
I say that's definitely that was one of the favorite hooks.
And that was like literally the first song we did.
Correct. That song was made last June. So that was Life Behind Bars, 72 Zedicum, and that song were created in like June and July time last year, and then the other 8 were created in January. I like how I love that vibe.
I like how you entered.
I heard Jen on that before I even met him. Go ahead.
I like how you entered in, because when you entered your verse, I wasn't expecting it. Like I wasn't expecting you to enter where you entered, but when you did, it was worth it. It's like I was maybe expecting to hear a little bit more of the beat or whatnot. I don't know what I was thinking, but I just wasn't expecting you to start when you started. I love this beat a lot. This beat is really dope, and they say this is another beat where I think you guys just danced around it. It's like you guys just had one of them Dancing with the Stars moments, and y'all was just passing the beat around.
We always got something to say. Too much is under his way.
And then what's that called? Skip. If you guys don't have anything else to say about that one, I'm gonna jump to the next one. Behind Bars.
We can finish it up. I know we're
Behind Bars. That's a Jen hook. It's like I love how you both stuck to the similar cadence throughout the entire song. That was dope. You guys kind of jumped off a little bit, but you guys would bring it back within the next bar or 2 or so. It's like the cadence was similar.
I rewrote my verse in January actually on that one to match his cadence a little bit better. I was going off a little too crazy originally on that beat, and I reined it in.
And what is it? I love the backup vocals you guys did on this one a lot. Like both of your guys' backup voices, you guys did like the tracks. I'm assuming you guys did. You guys laid a regular, your regular vocals down, and then you guys did another track or whatnot. Hold on, that was kind of loud. But yeah, you guys laid like a second layer down, whatever layer that was. I like how it fit, it literally fit the theme of the song. And then to kind of close off and talk about all of them, it's like that's what I wanted to say about all the songs. It's like I like how you guys your ad libs didn't stay the same, like every track. They weren't yes, you guys did your own flow the way you do your ad libs, but the effects and the sound of them was kind of catered to each individual song. It's like the ad libs you used on Glow Glow may not have, probably wouldn't have fit on Insane in the Membrane, or the
we did a couple of ad libs for each other in a few spots too, just to blend it up. And that would probably be unnoticeable to even you. But there's I probably did 8 or 10 ad libs over the course of the whole record where I said something during a Gen verse. And he might have done 1 or 2 for me in a couple of spots, definitely on some hooks too, where I might be the lead on the hook and he may be in the background and you don't notice him so much because we just got it mixed nice and mooded it up. So there is some like Easter egg type stuff like that, like the talking at the beginning and end of ABC. There's some he's like kind of telling a little diary story at the beginning, and then I'm on the outro kind of saying some stuff, but you really got to have it in the headphones to hear what we're saying.
Yeah, I would suggest, and not earbuds, like actual headphones that got some bass to them or something.
Sure.
Because they
we definitely dropped some Easter eggs
sonically, it was like it hit everything that I was looking for. I mean, it's like I heard, the bass drops, like a lot of the stuff that was mentioned in the Long Road show and the Heru show is a lot of the same stuff, I heard, and I was just proud to hear it, because a lot of stuff you hear is just a beat from a producer, and then someone lays a verse with the cadence that you probably already heard before with not too much creativity.
Right.
So, but this, not only did you guys,
and we
I say, not only did you guys speak on like dope subject matter, I mean, like each track complemented the next track. So it's like, it's like it's like you want it. Well, for me, listening to the first one, it's like, well, I want to hear I want to hear the next one. And then when I heard the next one, I'm like, oh, this is okay. Yeah, this is nice. This is just as good as the last one. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like, it was just like, it was just like a constant, like there's no ups, no downs. I mean, it was literally like just the constant, just the even with
vibes,
even vibes with everything. And even though you took us on many different vibes, you guys took us on many different vibes, I mean, like, to reference the album cover, you guys spun around, several times, and y'all looked like y'all was chasing each other, just having fun, like y'all just woke up one day and said, hey, let's create this and fly around it and shit, and see what happens. And then one of y'all was like, bet y'all can't catch me, and then you took off, and the other one was like, I'm right behind you.
Yeah, pretty much. That's a great summary, ExurtBeatz. You definitely hit a lot of nails on a lot of heads, bro.
Yeah,
tuned in.
Yeah, we wanted to make spaceship music where, 1,000 years from now, when you're taking a trip to Mars, because you want to go on a trip to Coney Island or whatever is up there, and it's like you play the space rhyme continuum on your flight. You know what I mean?
Like,
that's what you play on your way there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Was you guys had scratches on like almost every song, I believe it was. Even if it was like maybe like
one or two that we don't have scratches.
Yeah. But I say majority of the tracks I heard.
You're right.
Yeah, majority of tracks I heard a lot of them.
You're right, because even on a few that might have very minimal, there are a few where we just have some perfectly placed scratches in a few minor spots. You're right.
And then I'd say, that's
DJ Frankie Diesel, man.
Yes,
DJ
shout
Frankie
out.
Diesel, my boy. At DJ Frankie Diesel. That's
Frankie
IE.
I'm sorry, I say at this moment, I'll shut up too. But at this moment, just go ahead and shout out everyone who was on the album. Any shout outs you want to give to before we go into the next thing? Like anyone who had any kind of input, influence, or anything on this album, go ahead and shout them out.
So, well, we didn't talk about the 11th track. The 11th track, well, we did earlier in the show. I mentioned it, but again, the 11th track is The Dead Zone. It features Life from Star and Life. He's got Dope 16. It's the last actual rap verse on the album. I'm going in reverse. Juby was on track 8, Defia and D-Cure on tracks 5 and 6, respectively. So those four, we're blessed to have them on the record. They definitely accentuate the vibe beautifully and blend right in at the same time. Other than that, it's just Jen, Den, and I, along with Infinite Beats, Anabolic Beats, and
shout out to Den.
As far as all the humans involved in the creation of the record, that is everybody. The four features: Den, Infinite Beats, Jensen, Anabolic Beats, and I've got the other beat. I don't think I'm forgetting anybody. So less than 10 humans involved. A couple months of kind of mixing and mastering, fine tuning this stuff so we could make it sound the best we could for everybody. And obviously we have influences beyond those involved, and they're innumerable in the sense of all of existence to the most interpersonal relationships filled with trauma and joy. So I've been through a lot the last year, and this was a great exorcism process for me of just kind of delving into the craft as deeply as I could and immersing myself. And Jen was the perfect person for me to kind of bounce shit off of right now and make a beautiful piece of art. So really, it's Jen and Den the most for me, kind of keeping me in line right now and staying committed to the craft and to refinement and connection. Kind of making sure my process doesn't go to waste, because I do want to give to people, and I'm not trying to hide in the cut. So that's what this show is about. And it's great to be here. It's great to have these conversations every day and every week on the podcast. So everybody that knows if they're a part of this, and they know I appreciate them.
Well, shout out to everyone who was a part of that project. I really appreciate it, because sonically, you guys please my ears, my eardrums. You please my soul, my mind. It's a great album to listen to from start to finish. 5/5/22 is when it drops. That's a Cinco de Mayo for anyone who don't know. Yeah. Space Rhyme Continuum.
Long road show this Wednesday. We're gonna have a little.
Oh, I wasn't about to end it.
We're gonna play a couple more of the songs there.
I wasn't about to end it, because I still got a little.
My bad.
I still got the.
You're still breaking it down.
I still got the what you're 15. We still got to get to know you guys a little bit,
Oh, right.
We got
my bad. We here. Jen, you good, bro? Jen, you good?
It ain't gonna be that long.
Yeah, I'm here.
It ain't gonna be too long, so don't worry about it. And also, I don't want to.
You good? I don't have anything going on.
I don't want to blow. I don't want to stress Kaushun out. He tries to keep us on that time limit. So I'm trying to keep it that way as well.
You good?
But
You good?
I just want to welcome everyone to Guides to Nothing Ever pilot episode 8. This is the first official What You're 15, hosted by ExurtBeatz, and we are interviewing Genesis to God and Blonju. I don't know, is this beat too loud?
No, sounds good to me.
Okay, cool. All right, yeah. So first question, I'm gonna ask you a series of questions. Don't think too long on them. It's just I don't want no secrets.
Okay.
Don't try to hide anything. Just whatever first thing comes to mind, just let it out. All right.
Okay, interesting.
All right, first question. If you can go back in time and change one thing, what would it be?
That's a trick question for us.
You said these were easy questions. I thought these were gonna be one-word answers.
Nah, I said about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I said about 6 of them will be like one-word answer.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, man.
Exist. The next question.
Nah.
That's why it's Space Rhyme Continuum. What is time?
Got it.
What is time?
Are you asking us both these
What's
questions?
time?
Yes, I'm asking. No, I'm asking both.
Yeah,
both at the same time.
Okay, so my answer would be nothing.
The same rhyme.
Yeah, I wouldn't change anything, because
There's
if I did,
nothing to change.
even if I could, I wouldn't, because if I did, I wouldn't know the consequences of me changing something. And it couldn't be something selfish. And even if it was selfless, it would still turn into something selfish anyways, because that's the opposite polarity.
Correct.
Like if I go back in time, I change time anyways. You know what I mean? Like just by traveling, I would change everything. So you can't change one thing without changing everything. And if you
Butterfly.
That was a good question though, but it was kind of like a trick question.
Yeah.
When you meet aliens and they ask you if you could go back in time,
That's
what
why
would you change?
That's why I thought it was the perfect time to throw this. I've been waiting, man. I've been waiting to do this. This is like the first official live one.
I mean,
so question. I say, if you ain't got anything else to add, I'm gonna go to number 2.
Yeah. I
I
want
mean,
to say one more
yeah,
thing. Like I
Okay.
said, that's like the question that a highly advanced civilization asks you to see if you're worthy of their wisdom. Like if you say you're gonna change
right.
anything, they're sending you back to
Yeah,
planet
yeah,
Earth.
yeah. You're looking stupid. Yeah.
They're like,
Oh,
no, you're not worthy
back to
yet.
fake linear world.
See,
I mean, and that's what I would say. Like, my answer really is like, what is time? Like, I think we quantify things in a way that creates an illusion and then puts importance and density into situations that ultimately are an illusion. And all these, if you're thinking in a non-quantitative sense, in an infinite sense, infinite experience sense, it's necessary evils. I'm not condoning the heinous acts of humans over the course of a few thousand years and a blip of cosmic existence, but why would like Jen said, the most selfless way you could ever go change anything in the past is only going to create an infinite amount of butterfly effects, and probably the same thing is going to happen. So why
no.
you can't change anything except for nothing, and change
Listen,
itself is
that
the
ties
nature
in
of things.
perfectly.
So you can't.
That ties in. That ties in perfectly to what we wanted to talk about, though. So we could like mention that real quick, because that's like the perfect scenario.
Okay. Yeah.
When you
Okay.
said.
Right. You're right. Absolutely. So we wanted to bring a topic to the table tonight
Go
about
for it.
the way people view the past in their minds, and we can say it in 60 seconds. And Jen wants to expound on how I summarize it. That's fine. But basically, he said something real
Yeah.
profound last night while we were chatting on the phone, and we were just thinking about humans and the traumas that they create and the way they attach, and they're addicted to their traumas. And you don't have to. There's no rule about how you perceive your own memories. So it's like we kind of have these memories and they're traumatic, and we repeat them in our brains over and over in the same way. And we feel like we're addicted to the perception of that trauma or that horrible thing we had to go through. And, the point that Jen made was there's no rule about that. Like, you can look at your memories in a different way. Like, if you evolve with your perception, and, it's in terms of, understanding why there is a necessary evil amongst things, and no things. So, evil's just a perception. These words are sort of a sliding scale of, an infinite in-between place that we exist. We don't really exist in pure good or pure evil. We exist in between. So use the words as a barometer, and try to, reflect on your memories in a way that's not so attached to the negative connotation of a trauma or even the positive connotation of a victory, because it's more about embodying, the moment, the eternal moment, and being. And, that's where time, I have a hard time conceiving of time. There's a double pun for you, and some entendre. I have a hard rhyme conceiving of rhyme.
So to sum it up,
But,
you don't have to.
Sum it up.
Sum it up. You don't have to time travel to change the past. You can change your perspective of the past, and then it would change your present, which would reverberate into your future. So it's like, if you want to change the past to make a better now to change the future, you don't have to time travel literally. You can time travel in your mind and change your perspective of how you perceived that scenario, which would then change the present moment anyways.
Yes. So the answer is, you've actually already time traveled. You've already changed what it is you thought you were going to change, and you've already reverberated the purity of that concept into existence. So, that's a beautiful way of summarizing it, Jen. That was exciting, actually. I'm inspired. So you both time traveled and not time traveled ultimately. Go ahead. Number 2.
What person from the past
this song. I have to this beat.
Would you love to see living today?
Hey, this is another conversation we've had lately.
Yeah. And it's kind of like the same question.
We're going to leak this concept. So we're going to leak this concept. Imagine a world where everybody that was assassinated, that you viewed as some level of a prophet, some level of divine conduit or godduit. Imagine a world where they all were not assassinated. Like, I've had a concept for a novel or a novella in this sense for maybe 10 years. And Jen and I were talking about this just the other night as well. But like, choose from a number. Like I might, personal preference, I might want Bob Marley around right now. I might want Tupac. I'd say those are my top two in terms of my lifetime, and how much they could have an impact right now on what's going on, and how much they would be a helpful spirit of the divine. Instead, we've got the Kanye West, we've got leaders, we've got a lot of half false prophets out here. I know Kanye isn't evil in his intent by any means, but he's clouded in his judgment to a degree, so he doesn't make for the greatest leader, or the right example of necessarily how to move, but not to say he's moving wrongly either. I'm not judging him per se, as much as analyzing the way he moves. But I don't want to go too far back either, so I'm gonna take two. I don't know if I could choose between those two, but who you got, Jen?
Well, I mean, I wouldn't literally do it, because if I wanted to contact them, life is eternal, so I would just contact them now. But like, hypothetically,
Correct.
Just to answer your question, I would say, because it's kind of like the first question, like, well, if I go back and I was to meet them, that changes everything. But hypothetically, if like, for me, just to answer the question, I would say I'd go back and I would meet, or if I could still have them around. I can't remember if it was go back and meet, or if I could still have them around.
What person from the past would you love to see living today?
Okay, well, the person that I would like to see living.
That's the movie plot.
Yes, exactly. We had that discussion like a couple days ago. But
amazing.
The person,
Norval,
I know it's synchronicity. But the person that I would, like to see, it's crazy. So the person that I would like to see is probably still alive, anyways. And we're talking, 250,000 years to 300,000 years. Inky. I would want to see Inky, because if I could meet Inky, then I could just get past all the religious and political and cultural jargon and historical jargon and all the mess ups that we made, the manipulation, and I could just get the truth straight from the horse's mouth, so to speak. And so the other person would
need to provide more context. You need to provide more context for Inky and Toph. You're talking about basically the beginning of, genetic manipulation of the hominid species that was on this planet. Like you said, roughly, if we're talking geologic time, 250 to 300,000 years ago. So you gives a little bit of background. Little bit. Who these people are, because
when we're getting into the Anunnaki,
obviously. Go ahead.
When we're getting into the Anunnaki theory, they say that humans, based upon like the ancient text, and we could go with Mesopotamian text, Sumeria, Babylon, etc. Right? We could say, Anunnakis were a group of extraterrestrial giants that came to Earth, and they genetically modified hominids, the pre-existing hominids of this planet, and that's how we became Homo sapiens sapiens. And they initiated the kingly reigns and the initiatic systems, the mystical systems, the Kabbalah, the esoteric text. They manipulated history. They created languages, culture, religion, politics, etc. Science, as as we knew it then, and as it has re-evolved now. So I would say I would speak to those individuals, and they had elongated lifespan, so most likely they're still alive. So it's not like they don't exist now, you know what I mean? But if I could have a conversation, that's who I would have my conversation with.
Good one. Can't go wrong there.
Nope. Sorry, I was saying goodbye to some relatives.
Let's figure it. You're good. Let's figure it all the way out, and keep building from there. Because
number 3,
we'll finally know we know nothing. Go ahead.
What's the first thing you would do after winning the lottery?
It's a good one. Well, you want to go first or me?
I wouldn't really do anything different. I would just have resources to actualize everything I'm doing now, and I would give away probably 98% of it. Depends on how much you're talking, winning the lottery, you know. But
I would say any type of California lottery.
It would fund, and it, you know, if you're talking millions of dollars, it would fund an infinite process of, you know, a path to abundance. But I wouldn't need much.
Maybe I should put
don't need much of that at all.
Everyone I've asked these questions before, they're from California, so it's kind of I need to alter some of these questions a little bit, but it's good. It's good.
You know, nobody needs more than, you know, if you got a big family, you might need a few $100,000 a year, but like you just don't need a whole lot of money. You need people. You need love.
Yes.
You need, you know, connection. So money ain't gonna buy you anything other than options.
I agree.
Well,
I would love to be able to push the resources that I have right now, spiritually or psychically, in a, you know, larger manner, but in due time, and lottery or no lottery. But good question.
I would
perception.
I would take my money, and first I would secure my position. I would secure my position so that I'm not assassinated. First off, so I'd probably have a security detail. I would have all the necessary tools
underground
to
bunker.
survive and not get robbed and killed or murdered.
That is smart though, because you will be popular.
Yes. So, and I would make sure that no one knew that I won the lottery.
I was about to say that was the number one thing. No one would need to know about it, because everybody that you've ever heard that you knew they won the lottery, you know, they're all dead or in jail or ended up committing crimes while they were, you know, everybody that's ever won the lottery blows it.
Yeah, well, because that comes from poor economic intelligence. You know, like most people who hit the lottery are poor, and they have poor habits because they come from poverty. So they end up having impoverished behavioral qualities, which then leads them to end up in debt or blowing the money within the first few years. But anyways, so definitely no one can know. I'm definitely gonna have, you know, secure my position. I'm gonna take care of my kids so that I'm able to maneuver around and I don't have to focus on them. And then I would travel around the world and I would study with the greatest masters in every arena. Like I would study kung fu, I would study various forms of martial arts. I would take I would take like a year and a half at a time. I would study with the best monks, the best yogis, the best shamans. I would try all the psychedelics, and I would master every aspect of metaphysics. I would study with scientists. I would study with philosophers. You know, I would pay them so that I could have the personal one-on-one, and then I would bring it back to the Western Hemisphere, and then I would start a school, but I would be an invisible influence, and then I would go around the world teaching everything that I knew so that I could build similar schools so that people could all learn everything that I learned for free. So whatever I pay for, everyone else in the world can learn for free, and that's what I would do.
That's a dope answer. Number 4.
Love it.
If you can snap your fingers and learn a new language, what would it be? You only go one time, one try. If you can snap your fingers once and learn a new language, what would it be?
Sign language.
I actually took a couple sign language courses. Never finished them though. I wish I would have.
Just for, you know, human utilitarian purposes, for sure.
Yeah, I don't know how many times being a tow truck driver I've come across, or security for that matter, come across people who can only sign. It's
right.
I luckily I write music, so I was like, oh, hold on. Went into the car, got my notebook. I was like, what's up? Let's do this. But I would have if I wish I knew how to sign them.
My sister in Canada has a 19-month-old son, and they are teaching him English and sign language, not English and
Nice.
French.
Nice.
I mean,
that's a good question. I would
like
say
an abstract. Yeah.
I would probably learn. What is it like? Do I have to pick a known language?
Any language you want. I mean, like whatever.
Right, I was gonna
I mean, like whatever.
I started thinking
Whatever.
about unknown language.
It's like whatever language. I mean, if you know of a language that that I don't. I mean,
the language of the ether.
Yes, exactly. Like, can I
Learn
choose the language of vibration, and then I can just translate
Correct.
it into other languages?
Correct. Right. Correct.
Can I learn the
I
language
like
of
that.
the mind?
it's up to you.
Mhm.
It's almost like, I don't know if you're a comic book.
Okay,
nerd,
I know
but
what language.
It's almost
I got
like the Green
I would
Lantern thing. It's
learn-
like your ring is as strong as its wielder.
I would learn the language of the creator, and then I would just know every other language.
There you go. There
Genesis to God.
you go. I knew there was a
Number 5.
Professor X answer.
I say, what's the most exotic animal you've tasted? When I say exotic animals, like any, like not your,
You mean eaten?
yeah, eating. I mean, like, I don't know. I
I've
mean,
eaten alligator. It's
Okay.
probably alligator. I've not done very many exotic things, but I've eaten gator a few times. Frog legs and gator would probably be
for me, I've had
the most
squid.
exotic for me.
I've had
I-
squid
I would
before.
say the most exotic animal that I've tasted is the female anatomy. Does that count? Is that on the board?
Oh Lord!
Your answers are your answers.
I love this.
I just
love this
asked the
game.
questions.
Yeah,
I just asked the
tremendous
questions.
game. Yeah,
After- let's move-
I'm giving you the actual human answers. I
Let's
love
move
it.
on
And
to
we're
number
getting the God
6.
answers.
What's your favorite cartoon?
I mean, South Park and Rick and Morty. South Park number 1, Rick and Morty number 2.
What about
I
you?
would say
I'm giving 2 answers too for a lot of.
I would say Rick and Morty and the Avatar.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're giving you extras. I can't. I'm not a chooser.
it's cool. Number 7. What's your favorite movie?
Mm.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with God. I am not a movie buff like I used to be. I used to love movies. I don't watch a whole lot of movies anymore. They've done too much regurgitating the last 10 years. I feel like the pool
Yeah.
of new movies is all a certain way, and I'm just not entertained.
I got mine.
I think I've been to one movie in the last decade. Go. What you got?
The Never-Ending Story.
That's what I was gonna say. That was my number 1. I'm going with that. That's
Nice.
crazy. That was the only movie I've had in mind during this time. I was trying to give something else with it, but beautiful, man.
Number
I
8.
think about The Never-Ending Story about as much as any movie. Go ahead.
Who would play you in a biopic, however you pronounce it? Who would play you in a movie about you? It could be a known actor or anyone, like anyone that's personal, close to you, or anyone you know for that matter. Who do you think can take on the role of Blonju? Who do you think could take on the role of Genesis to God?
I don't have a good answer. Yeah, this is a tough one.
Thank you, baby.
They really that tough?
I'm gonna go with Genesis to God. I'm gonna go with Genesis to God.
I can see it. I can see it.
All right, I'm going with Blonju.
Would you wear Jen? Would you have it CGI? Like, would you wear like a cap over your hair, or would you actually cut your hair to play the role?
For Blonju,
Yeah.
yeah, I would do whatever I had to play Blonju. I'd even let somebody stretch my body so I was taller.
It's alright. They could just do like low angle cameras, camera shots to make you look taller.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah,
they could do
they can make you look.
waist high shots and then have you stand on like a stool or something.
I'd have stilts.
Yep. All right, these next 6 questions are quick and easy, really quick and easy.
Classic.
You got to answer one of them.
All right.
Number 9, cake or pie?
Pie.
Cake.
Number 10, pancakes or waffles?
Well, I guess it depends on the waffle.
Pancakes.
I'm going with pancakes unless,
I mean,
of course, I can
also,
choose the waffle.
Right.
Yeah, you can choose whatever if you choose.
It does depend. It
if
depends
you
on
know
the
a place
cake and
where,
pie too.
I mean, if you know a place that serves the best
we're
cake,
funny.
then cake from
We
this
are really
place or
funny.
waffles from
our
this
answers.
place.
Even our one word answers. We're like, I might. Well, it depends. We're hilarious.
So both pancakes for Blonju,
pancakes.
waffles for Jen. Waffles from where then?
Well, he went with pancakes, but then he
said if you.
Yeah, I went with
good
pancakes
waffle.
because a pancake can take pretty much any shape. That's why I said it depends on the waffle. Like, if I can have a waffle that can be like a pancake, but it's still a waffle, so I can have both, then I'm going with waffles.
Oh my god. That was the best explanation ever.
Next question.
Oh my god.
Curly fries or potato wedges?
Okay, there's only one though, baby.
God. I'm gonna go with wedges.
Okay, what's the question?
No. Sorry, I was thinking of waffle fries.
Curly fries or
curly
potato
fries.
wedges?
I do not.
Potato wedges.
My bad. Wow.
Let's
Curly
see.
fries.
Number 12, Marvel or DC?
Marvel.
God, I don't even know the difference. Yeah, I'm gonna go Marvel. I don't even really know the difference, but I think they're cooler.
DC is Superman. Marvel is Thor and Iron Man. Avengers. There you go. Marvel is Avengers. Thor or DC is Justice League.
I'm going with Marvel just because Marvel includes the X-Men as well.
Yeah,
and a lot of my favorite characters are in Marvel. Like DC, a lot of the characters people don't really like pay attention unless they're like a super fan. But like Batman for example, he's DC, but who's Batman in Marvel?
Shoot, they're actually. I forgot who it was. Hold on.
Iron Man.
Well, I mean, Iron Man is like a much cooler Batman, basically.
Thank you for everything.
Iron Man is. You know what I mean? Iron Man is like Batman of Marvel, so it's like some of those characters are similar.
I would say
Marvel.
to a certain extent, I would say what is it? Moon Knight's actually kind of like a Batman character, in a sense of like he's dark, he's like low level, or the darker tone in a sense. And he's a low, basically street level, even though he deals with, the Egyptian deities and stuff. It's still more.
Well, the reason why I said Iron Man is because they're both billionaires.
Yeah,
both
definitely.
Playboys. They both have machines and shit they use. They're both
mortals.
As
of late, DC has been making Batman have all these suits and stuff. So. All these different types of suits. I mean, he always had dope gadgets, but he really has like all types of different suits now. So, where'd he go?
Oh, we lost Jen. Fuck.
We lost Jen.
Probably died. We've been going.
Oh no. He's back.
I don't know.
We're almost done.
Yes.
Yep.
I don't know what happened. All right. Moving on. Sunrise or sunset?
What you got?
She's mad because she can't. I don't know.
I'm gonna go with sunset.
Because she wants them. There you go, baby. Bam.
You said sunset.
So what's the next
Blonju?
question?
A sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise or sunset?
Okay. I thought you was referring to something else. Sunrise or sunset?
I don't like all these choices.
I know, I don't either. Like, I gotta choose between sunrise and sunset. So how about if I go with sunrise, I can still see the sunset because they're so close together? Like, depending if I stand at the right place on the planet, I can see both.
I'd say for today, or for tomorrow. If you could choose for tomorrow, what would you rather watch, sunrise or sunset?
Well, the sunrise means that I actually got up that day, and then the sunset means I made it throughout the day. So I mean, I guess sunset because I know that I woke up if I made it to the end of the day.
It's a reassurance. Yep.
Nice. I like it.
Number 14, wings or nuggets?
Wings. Because I could fly if I had wings. If I had nuggets, I don't know what I would do with those.
Oh, we got nuggets. I will go with nugs.
And the last question, number 15. 200 years from now, someone finds a vault with everything you've ever documented. Your IG, all the videos, all the lyrics in your phone, every song you've ever created, every napkin you've ever wrote on, every video you ever created. If someone found all your stuff, your diaries, all that stuff, and they had about 2 weeks to absorb all that, what would they say about you? Must be a deep question.
Okay, so what is the question? No, my daughter's like getting into all types of stuff. What is it now?
That's a tough question.
200 years from now, someone finds a vault. 200 years from now, someone finds a vault with everything you've ever documented. Songs, diaries, music videos, every napkin you ever wrote on, every IG post, all that stuff. What would they say if they had about 2 weeks to absorb all that? What would they say about you?
They would say this guy was a god and he was probably underestimated during his time, and I wonder if he's still alive.
Nice.
I got your answer if you don't got it yet, Blonju.
Thanks. I mean, it's a great question. I mean, I've definitely moved in a way where I expect that to happen. I don't know how much they would actually understand, but I don't want to not give an answer, but they would probably be intrigued and appreciative and ask a lot more questions to the ether that I maybe could still answer whether I was in the body or not 200 years from now. So I feel like I would be present with them. Going back to the first question about time travel, just to tie it all in a bow, like, I feel like I would be aware of this somehow consciously, and regardless of their capacity to understand, as much as they could, or whatever pieces of information I've conveyed, I think it would spark a spiritual awareness, a search within, to refine and define our existence in a way that is most collectively beneficial, some way to deal with everything that's going on, and put the past and the future in a in context, so that we're able to embody the present, in a infinite being type sense. So yeah, I mean, I've planned everything I'm doing is with respect to 200 years from now, and with respect to 2 million years from now. It's not a secret. Transcending duality, a lot of the concepts we've talked about, these aren't new concepts. These aren't things that we're inventing, as much as honing in on, tuning in towards, and conveying and transcribing. So we don't take credit for necessarily anything we're leaving either. So, I'd hope they'd see the humility, the lack of want for, anything but, respect and communion, in terms of why I do what I do. It's for all of us. It's for me. It's for you. It's for, anything and any non-thing that we could ever conceive of. So it's meant to be a reflection of, infinite existence. So I don't, I feel like I could be there with them, kind of telling them what to say, if they were to have to summarize whatever I stood for. And I don't, what did we say earlier, Jen? The answer would be homo, what was the word? Homo what?
Synthesis.
So that's my one word answer, homosynthesis.
My question would be,
to summarize what I just said.
If they get it,
what
you
was
said
your
200 years,
what
right?
Was your Blonju answer? Yeah. What was Jen's Blonju
well, my
answer?
Blonju answer was, has he come back yet, or did he leave forever?
A
good one.
But what I was gonna say is, if it's a 200-year process, if it's a 200-year,
I'm only always
Okay,
gone and
baby.
never gone. Hence the show.
If it's a 200-year process, though, I would ask, did civilization die off and it's a bunch of idiots reading this shit, or like,
Right.
That's gonna help me answer my question. What would they say? Well, it depends on the language they're using, because if we've like fucked the planet up to where humans are back in like a fucking a Stone Age time, then they're probably just gonna fucking use it to wipe their ass with.
Yeah, shout out Idiocracy, because that could be one of my favorite movies. That's not the never-ending story.
That's why I explained it. I
film
said,
from like 05.
They found the vault and they had 2 weeks to absorb everything that you did. It's like that's why.
But you didn't explain whether or not it was a poor civilization. Like, have they evolved, or are they the same?
Right.
I would just assume.
Devolve,
I would just assume.
But that's why.
The way the life's going, probably not. I don't know. Maybe, yeah. I don't know. It's not. The questions aren't meant to have all this thought. They're meant to be quick answers. But you guys have given me some things to think about.
You're asking the wrong guys. You're asking the wrong guys. Yeah.
No, but
that's why I transcended time and went to 200 years into the future. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm there. I'm in that time capsule. They just opened me up. It was
exactly.
Capsule. Like, what are you talking about?
If you guys don't have anything else to say, I don't want to cut anyone off, but we are almost pushing 2 hours. We're at 1:38.
Yeah, we're good.
If you don't have anything else to say, please shout everything out you got coming out. We all know about. If you don't, say it again. 5522 space rhyme continuum.
Yeah,
that is.
Shout out to the Milky Way galaxy. All the solar systems that contributed to this album. Shout out to Mother Earth.
Yeah.
Because even though it's androgynous, we're gonna call it Mother, and it helped create the base materials to create microphones and cords and studio equipment to facilitate this album. Shout out to Humanoids for providing the raw experience for us to study them under microscopes, so that microscopes, microphones. So shout out to shout out to life, shout out to the creator, Shout out to Kaushun because I know he's gonna be pissed that we went for 2 hours.
He probably
Yeah, without him,
probably
yeah.
gonna have to
I'm
break
so
it
mad
down
at
into
Kaushun.
part 1, part 2.
2 episodes. Yeah.
He's hey, he might be
Hey,
like,
we
man,
had
I'm never gonna
fun.
miss another one. I gotta be there to keep him on time.
Yeah, he missed out. He missed out. We had fun. I'm glad. I mean, ExurtBeatz, shout out to you, bro, for just all the deep diving into the record. You know, the analysis, the conversation, the communion tonight. You know, I'll see everybody on the Long Road Show with Den on Wednesday. We'll play some songs on at Prod by Den, his Instagram page. You know, Jen will probably pop through and hang with us for a little while on the Long Road too, so y'all can see him there. Yo, shout out everybody and you know, and nobody too. Like, you know, it's everything and nothing, and we're just expounding and experiencing you know, what we can, and being a open door with all possibilities. So it was a fun show, man. I'm gonna go check out Sunday on Sunday with Barkeepers back, and you know, anybody that's listening, we appreciate y'all very much. We'll be back through.
Shout out to the 2 viewers we had.
I'm not
appreciate you. Yeah,
nice.
If no one else has anything else to say, then
one more shout out. Shout out
okay.
to Nothing Ever. Because it facilitated this conversation in some non-existing way. So shout out to Nothing.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
Clap your hands in the void if we can.
I say, and on that note, this
clap your voids in the hand, and clap your voids in the hand. Sorry.
This has been another pilot episode. This is episode 8, Guides of Nothing Ever. 5522 Space Rhyme Continuum. Blonju, Genesis to God. Thanks for being on the show, guys. You guys are hosts. I don't know what I'm saying. I was just in the mood, I guess. Just in the mode. Anyways.
You good.
Peace.
Mood mode.
Peace.
We are gone.